Hi everybody, I'm Ed.
And I'm Barb.
And we're the Streeters.
Welcome to the live stream tonight. We have a full house tonight, and hi everyone.
Yeah.
I hardly could keep caught up with all the people coming in.
Thank y'all for tuning in tonight, and I know it's a little chilly where some of you are, and a little warm where some of you, so there are other places. So
Yeah. So we have an exciting night tonight. Viewer showcases tonight, so we'll have that later on in the show. A lot of great questions came in. Ed's got 2 pieces of glass he's going to share with you tonight, and a couple glass demos.
yeah, we'll just cut some glass. We're going to cut some opaque glass so that you can't hear the cutter, but we want you to know that it's going to work. So there's Texas Tom, everybody, Emily, everybody. Y'all welcome to our great community tonight on Monday night, and it is awesome. First of all, we want to thank Ray for checking in on us and making sure everything's good on the channel. And
thank you, Ray. Thumbs up for Ray.
That glass.
But you got to get the dirt off.
But you got to get the dirt off first. So we just did 3 cases of glass like that, and we ended up with about 1.5 cases of glass that we could actually use and or retail. So yeah, it's a pain to do it, but if you can get it for pennies on the dollar, you're better off to spend a little bit of time cleaning it. Acetone works a multitude and will get a lot of stuff off. Single edge razor blade on wet glass works really well too, AK.
$300 for all of it.
Go girl.
Yeah, you probably got $300 worth of glass. I hope you find some good glass in there. I know it's a pain, but
it's always worth cleaning it up, because you know what? It's glass, and sometimes you can refire this glass, and in cooking method it reconstitutes it.
Yeah, so let us know how you do it, and please send some pictures, and maybe we can talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, because if you can get it up to about 1,350 degrees thereabouts, and just to get it shiny, that all those watermarks and stains will disappear.
Okay, so let's go
We've
up
had
here
some
and
really
make
good
sure.
questions
Yeah, we've
lately.
had some questions come in. Let me make sure I've got everybody. I don't think I missed anything, and I'm just going to make sure.
So we're checking this out. So I want to. Here we go. There's a question. So Eliza, hey, thanks for tuning in tonight.
Elisa wants to know, what temp should I use for soldering lead with a Heiko 601?
All right, if you got the Heiko 601 and you're doing lead, do a test, but you're going to be working on the Heiko temperature gauge right at 340, the lowest temperature there is. Just a little bit higher, but do your test on your lead. You know, you can have a little more amperage coming into your iron, and that ceramic heater will heat just a little bit more. But I found that I used, what was it, between 340 and 360, right, on the Heiko iron on my lead. Do the test.
Yeah.
Do the test on your lead. You should be able to go 1, 2, and pick straight up and not melt the lead with a little bit of solder under the tip of your iron and it being fluxed. 1, 2, and come up, and it shouldn't melt the lead. And if you can do that, you're at the right temperature.
Yeah, so just get some scrap and see
Yeah, make
how
a
your
tea.
iron works, and then just set that
Yeah, just
there.
make-
And you're going to have to adjust that temperature depending on your studio.
on the
temp.
on the atmosphere in your studio. So you know, we found, Barbara was showing me the other day, we found these great things, and we put them on our shopping page, on our Amazon page. They're actually studios, y'all. You can get a studio sent to you, 12 by 24, okay? Get this now. 12 by 24 with a door, windows, floor, roof, the whole 9 yards. All you have to do is have a slab for them to set it on, and it's like $4,000. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. That's a beautiful studio for someone that is a hobbyist or just wanting to start a small stained glass industry business. It's Barbara showed that to me, and I was like, well, if we could get the roof line changed on that, we could put two of them together.
Yeah, we need a taller roof.
We need a taller
for
roof
glass
line
blowing,
for what
so
we're doing. Yeah.
Okay. Mary Burke has a question.
Hey, Mary.
They noticed that the grinder in our studio, and they have one also, and they have trouble with it throwing a lot of water.
Okay. Well, you know, if you have it throwing a lot of water, you are too much water in your reservoir, number one. Number two, they do make a splash guard that goes around them, but what I've found is I've taken just 1/8-inch plexiglass and made myself a splash guard. You do want it to gurgle, but you don't want it throwing water. Most of the time, it's going to throw water out of the back right-hand side of that grinder. And that's how it comes out all the time. So try lessening the water in it. And I'm not sure which grinder, because I have many different grinders. But the grinder, I don't have
That's
any
what it
problem.
is, the
Okay,
grinder.
yeah, you just have too much water in it, because I don't have any problem with it spraying. That little
Lisa, thank you so much.
that
We
little
appreciate
that
that.
little broom is just really works well on the back side of that, and it's really quite nice. So thank you so much, Elisa.
Mary, let's see. Mary Burke is the one that has the grinder. And Mary, one thing, are you using the brush that comes with the grinder? Because I've heard some people say, oh, I don't like the brush, I'm using a sponge.
You can't do it.
You can't do it because of the way it's set up. So get that brush and set it up right.
And lock it down. Slide the brush into the little groove on the little piece of plastic. Slide it down in there. You can watch the video. It tells you how to put it all together. But use the brush that's there with it. You can't put a sponge in this, because the sponge is bringing the water too far up to the top, and gravity, and centrifugal force is throwing the water. So
Yeah, so use that little...
use everything that comes with the grinder, and don't try to add to it, because they've taken care of all of the dilemmas that could possibly come along with it. And if you use their brush, you're going to find that it'll be much easier, and you'll eliminate a lot of that water splash. So.
And if you're using the second story work surface, you have a different brush to use in that.
It's the orange one.
Yeah, the orange one. So, make sure you're using the right brush. The white one goes in the grinder. The orange one is for the second story.
Right, and the second story, I did find that it splashed a little bit, but what I did is I put too much water in it because I got so excited about my new toy, and I put too much water in it. So
but we have videos on that.
Yeah, so try and, and there's that line in there when you're filling that up. That's what those corners are open for. There's a line right there in that corner. Don't put it any higher than that line.
Well, we did have to go a little higher, remember?
We did to get it.
We had to go a smidgen higher, but don't go a whole lot higher.
Yeah, don't go a whole lot, but we do not have water splashing out from around our grinder.
So see if that helps. I hope it does. Burnt raw toast. As ridiculous as it sounds, would it be healthy to make a drinking cup out of stained glass? I think you answered your question.
Yeah, I think you answered your own question there, young man.
And if you're using lead-free solder, maybe it would be fine. But I don't know that it's going to continue to hold water. But if you're using lead solder, I would not drink out of it, no matter what you do to it.
I wouldn't either.
But good question, because people need to know that.
Yeah, and even lead-free solder is be so difficult to solder. I know you answered your own question. If you make one, make it a novelty.
Yeah.
Just for S and giggles, make it a novelty for yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then you have your S and giggles and you're good.
Yeah. Hi to everyone. I didn't get to say hi to everyone.
She was trying. Let me tell you, she was like,
I'm trying. As fast as I could, but some of y'all came in after. If you come in right at 7, I got other things I got to do to get us started.
A.K.
Pamela.
Martinez says she found some Kokomo already.
Oh, that's great. See?
There you go. I'm telling you, that $300 pile is going to be...
You're going to find it. I'm sure it's a lot of work, though. It can be stressful. Pamela wants to know, what is the name of the stone you use to grind the edges if you don't have a grinder?
Okay, so it is called a carborundum stone, and it is made from silicon carbide. It's carborundum, silicon carbide, and the carborundum stone, I don't know, what are they, like $8 or $10? They're on our page. 17.
Yeah, they're $17.
They're 17. I'm sorry. But they are on our Amazon shopping page on tools that we recommend. Mm-hmm. And it'll definitely help you, because you can knock this sharp off with a nail file, which we have a short that'll explain to you all the different ways that you can do different things Hi, Pamela. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pamela. We appreciate that.
And Miss Mary thanks you, and the whole channel thanks you. So
yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, so I would take and probably try and watch the video, but order the carborundum stone, and if you don't have a grinder, just keep an eye out at yard sales, because you'll find one. You'll find one at a yard sale sometime. And the carborundum stone, this is my suggestion, and I didn't do this in the video for you, but what should be done is you should spray a little bit of water on the carborundum stone and then use it, because you don't want to inhale the glass dust, because it goes right to the bottoms of your lungs and sits in that pocket down there, and it never goes away. So, make sure you want to use all your precautions, because if you're dry sanding, glass dust or silica dust is not good for the human body whatsoever.
Okay. Pamela, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And Elisa, thank you.
Thank you.
Mary Burke said she's using the brush and has it filled to the water line, and that's what she says. Call the company. Tell them what your problem is.
Yeah, there's something going on, because I don't have the spray.
Right.
Something doesn't sound right, Mary, and I just...
Burnt Raw Toast says he uses a cardboard box.
Yeah.
Easily replaceable.
Easily replaceable cardboard box. And, for a long time, Inland had what they called a splash guard.
I think they still have it.
Which was a 3-paneled folder that just opened up and went around your grinder. So I found out the other day I was using a grinder, and I'm like, where in the world's the water gone? And I looked, the water was on the floor. I had a crack in the reservoir, and it was draining faster than I could fill it up. So I was like, what in the world? Anyway, that grinder is history. We had to get rid of that one, didn't we, Barb?
Which grinder?
The
I'm
I'm
trying
sorry,
to
the
keep
big
up.
one that had the hole in the reservoir. We had
Oh,
to get
yeah,
rid of
yeah,
that.
yeah. We've been going through all of our studios.
Yeah, and I don't know if
gathering
you've
all
seen
our
it yet,
equipment.
but we got classes coming up in March.
Yeah, did we
beginner
have that?
class.
Did we have that last week, or did
I
it just
don't
come
know.
out
I think it just
before?
came out. We have a beginner class coming up in March, and we have a lead class coming up in April. All right here at the ARTyRV Studios, everybody.
Yeah,
So
they'll be here at Conway Glass
yep, they'll be here. Yeah, at the
in
ARTyRV.
Conway, South Carolina. The first class we're having is stained glass beginner class.
Yep.
And we have people already signing up for the classes. 2 days, Saturday,
It's a
Sunday.
weekend class, y'all.
Lunch is provided.
Can't do it in one.
Yeah, so it should be fun. Should be a good couple
It
days.
should be a
We'll get
good
some
couple
photos
days
and-
for even the beginner class would be a good refresher course for someone that's getting back into it. But the lead class is going to be the lead class requires you to have cutting skills because we don't talk very little about cutting glass and how to do it. The beginner class, we're going to talk a lot about cutting glass, and you're going to get tired of me talking about cutting glass. But when you leave, you're going to know how to cut glass.
That's the beginner class.
That's the
Now,
beginner
if you're
class.
signing up for the
Lead
class.
class.
You need to know how to cut glass.
Yeah, there's a few. Read the rules about the classes, not the rules, but read the outline.
That's the only thing. That's the only
That's
restriction.
required is the lead is you have to know how to cut glass.
That's the only thing. Because he's not going to spend time teaching you to cut glass.
No,
So
we're
when you
working-
arrive, know how to cut glass. But that's for the lead class, and it's not till April. So you
Yeah.
have plenty of time to learn how to cut glass before you take the lead
Yeah,
class.
maybe not
Yeah.
proficiently, but you'll be able to learn how to cut glass.
Enough to do a lead panel.
Sure, to
Yeah.
do a small lead panel. So the class is called Lead Lights, and we're just going to have a lot of fun for 2 days. And you're welcome to, if you have a fifth wheel or whatever, you're welcome to bring it down, and you can dock on the property if you'd like. I don't have sewer. And I have limited I have 110 electricity, so you can run a couple of things. But it's like Artie, he's self-sufficient for 3 or 4 days anyway. So
Yeah. So
if you want to take the class and bring your fifth wheel or your RV, you're welcome to bring it for the weekend and stay on the property.
Yeah, just let us know. Give us a call so we don't overbook on that situation. I think
Right.
we have room for like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So have a party. Okay.
Yeah. So
And then ours. And
not
then we'll
only
probably
yeah
have fun.
yeah we can have fun, and if you
But we'll still have fun
no matter what.
no matter what. That's right.
No matter what. Just
Okay.
let us know. Go ahead and register. We'd love to have you. And it should be fun. And then and we'll all learn together on the weekend. So and Barbara's planning a special lunch for those 2 weekends. So it's going to be nice.
It is going to be nice. What you looking
Ooh.
at?
No, I'm just looking. I'm just looking, everybody. I'm just looking.
Are you okay? I got to keep up with these questions.
I know, that's why I'm not looking that way because
Okay. Okay. Juniper's Tarot and Magic. This is your first time here. Welcome.
welcome. Thank you so much. And if you haven't taken the time to subscribe, go ahead and
Please do.
subscribe to our channel,
Please do. It helps us. Oh, yeah, and we did. We made our goal, 14,000 subscribers. Yeah.
Sometime
we're so
early
excited.
yesterday morning, we made 14,000 subscribers. And you know the only reason we did that is
Why?
because of them.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you,
Exactly.
guys. Our
Thank you,
glass
guys. We
community is
appreciate it.
strong, and we appreciate it.
We appreciate it. Okay. Juniper wants to know what to do if they have a broken stained glass panel. Their window is bigger than this one right here, and it's shattered. Well, if it completely shattered, you'll have to have it rebuilt.
Yeah, you'll have to have it completely rebuilt. That's all. Send us a picture, and we can lend you a little bit of advice. But yeah, if it's shattered, like somebody laid it on the floor and forgot it was there and walked through it, yeah, guess what? It's time to rebuild that one. Yeah, so it's probably going to be, and I do tell people this, it's less money for me to rebuild it than it is to repair it for you. And more than likely, you can make it look exactly the same but taking photographs and everything. But the other thing is the pattern. So if you're going to restore it or rebuild it for the customer, get it as flat as you can and make a rubbing of that pattern so that you get it right for them.
Right. Burnt raw toast. What did they use before electric soldering irons?
Copper rods called braking irons. And they would heat them up in a fire or on a metal plate, or they would use a handheld gasoline torch or fuel torch that plumbers used to use, and they would heat that copper up with a wooden handle, and they would solder, and then when it cooled off, they would go back and reheat it. So it wasn't a consistent heat, and they had to heat it up just either using a fire. First they would be a fire, and then when the handheld torch came about, they were able to heat the copper head up by using a copper torch or a gasoline torch, which sounds really dangerous.
Yeah, and they still use gas-fired soldering irons in the UK.
In the UK, they use gas-fired soldering irons.
So they did that. I'm sure they did that here for a while too.
Yeah.
Well.
So our good friend Derek, he uses a gas-fired soldering iron on his work.
Yeah.
And
I think it's his favorite too.
I think it's his favorite. So I think I would like to try it. But I guess I'll just have to get Derek to send me one.
Anyway, Julie says she sets her grinder in a plastic bin and cut out in the front so she can grind. And
I like that idea too.
That's a great idea.
I like that idea.
That's a great idea.
And so that's a great idea. Putting some sort of a barrier around it, clear plexiglass.
It seems like you always get water,
You're going to get water anywhere, I think. But if you're getting a lot of it, it's just too much water in the reservoir.
Yeah.
Because that thing can gurgle a lot or it can gurgle just a little. So, so Jennifer, we're looking forward to having you come down and taking the lead light class too. We're looking forward to meeting you.
Yeah, it's great. Pauline wants to know if you can get her that New York address with the glass. I
don't know. I went in. It's under. Go to join the little room called Stained Glass.
On Facebook.
For sale, yeah.
Stained Glass for sale.
Stained glass and tools. Stained glass tools and supplies for sale. It's just a little room. Are you friends
with Pauline on Facebook?
I don't think I am, Pauline.
Okay.
But send me a friend request and
send him a friend request, and then he'll send you the link.
I'm the Ed Streeter. That's the president of Conway Glass.
Yeah.
That's in a relationship with Barbara.
He's married.
I'm married to her, dog. But yeah, shoot it to me and I'll see if I can find it for you. Because I would love to take a tractor trailer and go up and pick that up. I mean, that's a lot of glass, y'all.
Where would you put it?
I know it, right? It would be the problem that our other customers, our viewer is having with being dirty and nasty and spiders and everything.
Cindy has a question. Do we have the information? Is it finished inside on the little prefab studio? Cindy, go to our Amazon shopping page and you'll see it right straight away because it's right there.
Looks like a little red barn.
It looks like a little red barn. And there is a link. There should be a link in the description. There's a link. Go to our YouTube page and you'll see Amazon. Just hit that button at the top.
Yeah, go to our Conway Glass website. Go to the top left-hand corner where the three little bars are. Click on that.
Not the website, the YouTube page.
Oh, the YouTube page. I'm sorry. Yeah. Anyway, click on that and check it out. I told Barbara if I could get them to change the roof line, I'd put two of them together.
It's ARTyRV Glass Studio on Amazon.
Yeah, on Amazon.
And on YouTube. And if you need that link, I will be happy to I'll be happy to put it on the community page tomorrow. But it is we're pretty easy to find. Mary Haycraft, I would love to come to the lead class.
We'd love to have you, Mary.
I know.
You can. We live in a beautiful little town right on the river. We have incredible bed and breakfast that's right on the river that you could stay at.
Okay. It's a good question. Magali's got a question.
All right, Magali. Hey, girl, how are you tonight? Nice to hear from you.
Okay. A computer digital kiln schedule comes with a hold time when bringing up temperatures. Magali bought some fused glass kits that come with a hold time using a digital kiln.
Right.
Can I or how do I hold times using a kiln with only a knob that has my temperature? Does that make sense? Yes, it does.
It does, Magali, because we have our little kiln that we call Bam Bam, and we do a hold time on him a lot. So your hold time is basically once you reach your temperature, in order to make sure that the edges are fully rolled, they want you to hold it for 1 minute or 3 minutes or 2 minutes. It's not a very long period of time, but Magali, because you're working everything by hand, take it to your temperature. And then once you get to that temperature, then you'll just hold it there just for however long it says to do it. And then you'll start turning your temperature back. And that's going to signal to the glass that now the kiln is cooling. And you're going to, once you get your soaking over with, Magali, vent it to 1,000, close the lid, and turn it off. And then let it anneal. Because once you get to your fusing temperature or whatever you're doing, and then it needs to soak, let it soak for that amount of time. Turn your dial back just a little bit, vent it, and then close the lid and turn it off. You're doing the same thing. You're just having to watch it for that 3 minutes and not allow it to go any higher, because it could cause the glass to shrink, which will cause little burrs or feathered burrs around the edge,
Mm-hmm. So I don't know how long your hold times are, but you're going to have to babysit for a little while during your hold time. So what you want to be right there. You may have to vent your kiln to keep it from rising, but what you want to do is just turn it down, get it to the temperature you need it, and then just kind of babysit it.
So Barbara and I have both found with these small kilns, Magali, is that once you get them to temperature, just turn the knob down a little bit, and it'll hold it.
It'll hold it.
It'll hold it.
We can usually put ours at like 1.
And it'll stay at 1,000 degrees all day long.
Yeah. So, but
it works really well.
It's amazing. Those little kilns are great, and that is a little Jenkin kiln.
Yeah, the little 10-inch one. So.
Yeah. Maria wants to know, can we recommend a beginner kiln? Maria said she really enjoyed our painting on glass class. Jenkin. And we have some on our Amazon page.
We do, and they're beginner kilns. They're not that expensive, but I will tell you this: if you'll take care of them, they will last you forever. Some of the two of the kilns that we have are 35 years old right now, and the one kiln, Bam Bam, I just had to put a new element in him last year after 30 some odd years. That's crazy, right?
Right. But he's a good little kiln.
He is. He's a good little kiln.
Okay, Ed Forsman has a question. Have you ever inset a stained glass piece into a fiberglass side light? If so, how did you take out the old to put the new in? Good question.
Ed, here's the thing about those fiberglass side lights. Some of them are kits, which means that when you look at that side light, the moldings are raised on the outside and the inside. And if you go on the inside, you see these little grooves like with a little plug in it. Pull that plug out. Now that separates that kit. You can do that. If you're doing a fiberglass side light, they're encapsulated, Ed, which means when they build the side light, they slide it in 2 L's around the glass and put it together. So what you have to do there is just remove that whole side light, that piece of glass. That whole side light, your glass size is going to be like 11 3/4 by 79 5/8, because your opening is going to be 12 by 80. So either take out the whole side light and leave the opening there, the casement for it, or build a frame for your stained glass and attach it to the fiberglass side light. Because there's no other, you can't get the glass out of the fiberglass because you can't, there's no molding to remove because it's all one piece, Ed. So I hope that helps you out. But Stanley makes a metal side light that has a fiberglass molding on it that unscrews. So check, I don't know which one you're talking about, Ed. Send us a picture of it if you want.
Okay. Pauline, did you get our answer on that New York question about the glass in upstate New York? Let's connect on Facebook.
I'm gonna see if I can find it again, and then
Chris said it's on Long Island.
Oh, it's on Long Island. Okay, well there you go. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, Magali's question is 2 parts, and I did answer it, right? We did answer Magali's question.
Yeah.
Yes. Texas Tom just sent you a friend request on Facebook. Paul, I'm sorry, my questions have lagged. I had a bunch of things come in here all at once. Let's see. Rick wants to know, I am thinking of framing some of my panels. Is lead cane or zinc cane best, or are they equal?
Well, no, I would use the lead cane, just because I'm a big fan. If lead is very pliable and zinc is rigid, okay? So when you have a rigid piece of metal and a soft piece of metal, you know what they do? They work against each other and the solder joints will come apart. You know, it doesn't matter if it's in a frame. The worst thing that you can do is put it in a door. But yeah, just use lead around the outside edge and then put it in a frame and it'll be beautiful. And you won't have, you know, all those two metals. And I don't know. I'm not a big fan of zinc, and I would prefer to use lead. So.
Okay, Ray did post our
thank you, Ray,
Amazon page. So yeah, go to the Amazon page, and we have a section called Studio, and you can go there, and that's where that little building is. So take a look at that. But if you go to that, it'll open up a whole bunch of other companies that sell all different styles. I just like that company. They had really nice looking styles that would fit nice into a neighborhood. And
yeah, so you wouldn't have a whole bunch of stuff with like the zoning and committee and all that stuff. And you know, I know it's Monday night, Ray, and I hope this doesn't embarrass you, because I think all of our community needs to wish you happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, Ray. And thanks for everything you do. Happy birthday to you. How about happy birthday for Ray, everybody?
Yay. Thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Ray, for everything you do.
Okay. Now, that's enough of
There's
that.
Mary. You see Mary's head? She says hi, Ray.
Ray.
Mary came to say hi. Happy birthday to you, my friend.
Okay, let's see. Post the link to the prefab studio. Yeah, Ray did that. And also, I can post that exact link tomorrow on the community page, and also the link to the glass in Central New York if it's still available.
Yeah, 2 tractor trailer loads. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Magali, that's the answer to your question, hun. Is you just have to watch it. You're right. You're dead nuts on it. Just watch it. Use your turn use your lid to vent, watch your thermocouple, all those things. You can do all that, and you're only talking soaking for 10 minutes and a minute. It's all good.
Yeah, you'll be able to do it. You'll get the hang of it. You just have to be there and kind of, you know, you're not going to hurt anything.
You can't hurt anything.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
Because it's at that temperature, no matter what you do to it, it's not going to do anything to it. So
anytime
you
glass,
can hold it forever there.
Anytime glass is above 1,000 degrees, you can do anything you want to it. You have to worry about it when it reaches that 1,000 or drops below that 1,000.
Yeah. Okay. Have I got all the questions so far? I'm working my way down the list. All these happy birthdays.
There you go, Ray.
Oh
Oh, my friend. I hope we didn't embarrass you. Here we go.
Is Wismac glass fusible? Ed Forsman wants to know.
Absolutely. Well, not all of it, but Wismac does make a 90 coefficiency, and it's really nice to work with. So, yes, Wismac glass is fusible.
If you buy the
fusible glass, the 90. And a lot of their glass is 90. So.
Okay, Texas Tom said if you put, in most places, if you put it on a slab, you need a permit. If you put it on blocks, you don't need a permit. And some towns, you have to put it on a slab. So you check,
Right.
of course you're going to have to check with your local.
AK, thank you so much.
Your local peeps and find out what the
Thank
rules
you guys.
are for your
Thank you.
neighborhood before you
Yeah,
spend
so
that kind of
check
money.
out your building code, in your area. If you live in the middle of a farm in the middle of nowhere, just order it and
Put
build
it
it,
there.
baby.
Question. Willer wanted to know about inexpensive grinder recommendations.
Well, we have on our shopping page, we recommend several different grinders.
But we also have a video of what you can use if you don't have a grinder.
Right. So if you don't have a grinder, we have a video that shows you all the different ways that you can smooth glass, sand it, etch whatever you need to do to it, and you don't need a grinder. Most grinders you're going to find are, and you can look online and see if you can find them used or something, but the initial investment of like $149, and I know it's a lot of money, but that's one piece of equipment you will never, ever, I did.
You did
You
it
will
already?
never, ever have to buy again, is that one piece of equipment is the grinder. And Barb and I were just looking around today. We have 7 grinders.
Yeah.
And the new grinder that's in the stained glass studio.
So we're setting up grinders for the classes coming up, and that's why we have them. We keep them for the classes.
Yeah, we
and
keep them for the classes.
we donate them as we don't need them. We donate them to the high schools for the art classes.
For the art classes. So there's a lot of different ways, but you can use several different things. Want to make sure that if you're not using a grinder that keeps your glass and the dust wet, that you use a dust mask, because you do not want to get, you don't want to get any silica. You don't want to breathe it in. You're really not.
What?
You don't want to breathe the dust from using dry materials to sand your glass with. You want to make sure that you want to make sure that when you're sanding or grinding your glass, that you want to use a dust mask. If you're not going to be using a grinder, that's got water fed to it so that you can keep the dust down. So the most expensive grinder out there is the grinder, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's the nicest grinder out there as well.
So what was the least expensive grinder we found? Was the little
Griffin.
And we have that on our Amazon page.
Yeah.
And just go to our Amazon page, look at the different grinders, and then look and see if you can what you can find the best deal. Those grinders that we have on our Amazon page are the better grinders, and so that's what we just
and their price range goes from $125 to $500.
And then you can always call Sunshine Glass and see if they have anything on sale.
Right.
So
yeah, and they may.
Yard sales are a good place to find them.
Yard sales are an excellent place to find grinders. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can buy the parts, and basically, if you plug it in and it runs,
it's
fine.
Yeah.
You can buy the.
You may need a gear puller to get the head off because somebody didn't take care of it previously, but once you get the head off, now they make what they call a quick fit bit. Just order one of those for $39, and you're good for that. So.
A.K. Martinez said one of the pieces of glass that she found was red over clear. Another lady said sandblasted. Can you tell about that? Sounds like a flash.
Well, it sounds like a flashed glass, AK. And if you were able to get flash glass in that little present that you bought, good for you, because flash glass is really expensive. So the way you can tell is if you'll take and turn the glass up on its edge and look at the thin part of it, you'll see it'll be kind of cleary green, but then you'll see the little line of the red. That'll tell you that it's flash glass or not. So.
Okay, are you ready
Absolutely.
to share your glass with us today?
I guess I can. You know.
Okay. What's the
Magali
matter?
called me out.
What'd she say?
Give me two sheets of glass.
Oh yeah. Well,
She's so funny.
You're here.
All right, well, I
So
got
there's
2
your-
sheets of glass for you. The first one I'm going to share with you is a Euroburrows. Okay, and this is a 90 coefficiency. This is a beautiful fusible.
Glass chat.
This is a beautiful fusible glass here. Hold on.
Okay. It's fusible, huh?
Yeah, it's a 90.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, that is pretty. Look at
I'm
that.
just going to share this. There we go. Okay, so what it is it's cranberry and white on yellow. This is,
I wish you could see it with the light behind it.
yeah. Anyway, this is a Euroburrows. This is Euroburrows. The part number on this is number 3.
Whoop.
And I really like this glass. And I'll tell you who else liked it.
Customer.
Barb and I,
What?
here's my story for tonight. Barb and I were up at 4 o'clock this morning because we had a meeting with our customer from the Murrells Inlet job at 9 o'clock. So we came in and prepared everything for this absolutely wonderful, very important meeting that we had this morning. And so we're up early, and we're getting some things cleaned up, and I'm getting the patterns, which y'all are going to be able to see now too, because the patterns are drawn. We're going to be showing you some video of it. So I'm putting the patterns up on the wall so our customer can see them when he walks in, and trying, get him as excited about this as we are. Well, lo and behold, he was more excited about it than I am, which it worked out really well. But I was showing, we put glass in the front windows. Now, the 4 windows in the stained glass studio face southeast, and they're absolutely just brilliant in the morning. So anyway, we filled up the windows with all the glass, some of the glass that's going in this project. And one of the glasses was this number 3 Euroburrows. And I'm going to tell you what, it was so beautiful that I just couldn't stand it. So anyway, this glass is going in there, and you'll be seeing it. You'll be seeing some of the drawings coming up first. And then my next piece of glass I want to share with y'all is this one right here. Now, I didn't bring the whole sheet in because I'm limited space with Miss Mary under my feet and Miss Barb by my side. And so we're in good shape, but I want you to see just the...
Oh, that side is gorgeous.
Isn't
right?
this is gorgeous.
Now, is that the marsh, right?
Yeah,
That's
this
the
is going to
marsh.
be the marsh. So the part number on this, and look at this, is just a trail of black. Look at that.
Magali says she has that one.
You have this one, Magali. This is an Armstrong. This is an Armstrong 013. I'm not sure if you have any Armstrong or not, because I'm very fortunate enough to have a lot of it for this project. But this is marsh, and if you have a beautiful green like this, that's awesome. And I remember you went and you did go to either Euroburrows or Youghiogheny and get glass.
Yeah, but
Magali.
she has the inside. She
Yeah.
has the inside.
I know she does.
She has a place. Okay.
So anyway, I just wanted to share those 2 pieces of glass with you. Now, as of 9:32 this morning, we have approval on the Murrells Inlet job. Tomorrow, guess what? Ed gets to start cutting thousands of pieces of glass again. So here we go.
Yeah. So this video series will be the same, just like the Brook Green project. We're going to take you from start to finish. And
Installation,
everything, and Ed will be talking about pattern making, glass cutting, soldering, everything, painting, everything.
Yeah. So I did want to do a score for them tonight because
let's do
this Armstrong glass is very dense because of the colors that are in it, and I want them to hear that you can't hear anything.
Willard Armstrong's no longer in business, are they?
No.
No, Willard, you can't get that glass.
You
anymore,
can't get this glass, but Wismac
makes
something very similar to it. And the other thing is that they're negotiating with Wismac about possibly being able to run their line at their plant.
Who,
So,
Armstrong?
yeah, at Wismac. That's what Alan was telling me.
Yeah, I think that's already happened.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
I don't know.
But I heard.
I don't know anything.
I just know
all I
the
know is what I'm
rumors.
heard. I don't know anything for sure. All I know is what I've been told.
Okay, so but we'll let you know when we hear something for sure.
Yeah, because Wismac has been purchased by a young couple, and they want to. The people that own it just wanted to start sweeping floors first. Can you believe that? I can't wait to meet these people. They want to learn it from the ground up.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to cut this piece of Armstrong, and we're going to listen to our cutter. Ready,
okay,
Barb?
Let me do a close-up.
Okay, here we go. Ready? So I'm going to push because it's not going to be straight, and I'm not using a square like I should be. So I'm just going to push, and we're going to hear it, and we're not going to hear it. Now I'm going to grab it, turn it around on my hot end.
And they can't see.
Okay. So I think you heard me. I was chasing the run. The running pliers took the run
See that?
to right here.
Yeah, there you go, Dan.
The running pliers took it to right here, and then I grabbed it just behind that, pulled down, and then I pulled down again right there, just like that. Okay? So we can do this, and this is good because I'm going to use these pieces.
Now this cutoff was from a big sheet that we trimmed down
This morning.
And there'll be a short on this,
Tomorrow
cutting
morning.
this tomorrow morning.
Get your coffee ready, Ray. It'll be up at 7, my friend. There we go.
It had a big chunk out of it, and we had to trim it up so we could store it.
Yeah, so we did. You don't throw anything away, and we won't be throwing any of this away. This is all usable in these projects. So, but I wanted you to hear that you're not gonna hear your glass cutter every single time that you score your glass, because some glasses are dense and some glasses are not. So, and if you look at this, I don't know if you can see. You see that little eye right there? Isn't that gorgeous?
Wow, it looks just like an eye.
Doesn't it? Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, I'm just looking at this and it's looking back at me, and I'm thinking, wow. So anyway, there you have it. Armstrong A13. Whether glasses are dense or not, and whether they're smooth or textured on both sides, cut on the smoothest side you can find, and listen to your glass cutter, and never change the pressure from start to finish, and you'll be fine.
Yep, you'll be fine. So I think we're ready to go to viewer showcase.
Oh my gosh, Barb, y'all, we got some beautiful windows this week.
We do. We have some very pretty work this week, and let's see. Let me do something here. What I got? Close up. Let me go to the main cam, and then we'll go to viewer showcase. Okay. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, that's good.
All right. Now, go here. Okay, first one. Ed Forsman
Ed,
made a box.
working on the box, man. I love
Sealed
it.
with a kiss. Isn't that sweet? Very nice. Very nice, Ed. Now, was that your first box, Ed?
Thank you for sharing that. I like it.
Thank you for sharing it.
Yeah.
That's really sweet. Okay, next up we have Ellen Bryson. And Ellen sent this to us, and she's here tonight. And I can't remember, she said she made several pieces, and she wanted to send this. We know
I
it's
love the
past Christmas.
overlays.
I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
I
And
love
then
it.
overlaid it.
Yeah,
So it's really sweet.
So this just shows everyone.
I love that glass in the background of the fire. I mean, because that looks just like fire.
Yeah, it looks like it's on, right?
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
awesome.
That is such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful window, and it makes me feel like Christmas.
Yeah, it's sweet. Thank you for sharing that, Ellen. We appreciate it. Okay, this is by Brett. And Brett, I think your last name is Jackson, but I wasn't sure and I hope you're here tonight. And I love those colors. I think it's really, really nice.
Really, that's some very intricate work.
And the colors are awesome.
And the colors are awesome.
Thank you
That
for
red
sending
is
that in,
something.
Brett.
Thank you for sharing that, Brett. That's really pretty.
Mark Mason.
Mark, hope you're feeling better tonight, my friend.
So the palmetto and the moon window and the oyster window. Oh, Mary likes them.
Mary said she liked the oyster because she likes oysters anyway.
Shh.
She's got to go, son.
I'm going to go get her a biscuit.
Okay. So, oh, wow, Pauline.
Beautiful colors, Pauline. Thank you for sending this in. It's so pretty.
Thank you, Pauline. I love anything undersea anyway.
Yeah,
you know me.
undersea is awesome. So if you would like to apply for the viewer showcase, just send me a message at conwayglass.com and we'll send you a link to send the photos. And we hope this little girl's going to calm down in a minute.
Yeah, Mary will calm.
But thank you, everyone. The windows were very pretty. Thank you. Lovely pieces.
Yeah, what a beautiful, beautiful. Barb, thanks for doing that, getting the showcase
you're welcome.
going.
I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it by myself.
Well, you are, and I want to say hi to our grandson who's in California, and he's coming home tomorrow, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow evening for dinner. Papa Ed's making spare ribs for you. Safe travels, my friend. See you soon.
Yeah. So I did have another question.
Okay.
Someone had asked about solder lines. Their adhesive comes up. And I think we had the same question last week. The adhesive peels up.
Well, you know, when that happens, typically my go-to thing is my rheostat because apparently I'm working too hot. If it's melting the glue that's on the adhesive that's on the tape, and it's coming oozing out the side, your soldering iron's just a little too hot. Remember, I only work at 515 degrees with lead, and I work a little bit hotter with foil because I like to run my bead fast. But please adjust your soldering iron, adjust your rheostat so that you're not doing that. And if you're having problems with your solder and you need to go back and clean it up, and this is happening, instead of trying to run a bead until you learn how to do it correctly and efficiently, you watch the video and use the touch and go method, and your solder joints will look a lot better, and you'll use a lot less solder. Solder right now is about $34 a pound, so be careful.
Anik wants to know, when are the classes? And you went to the website and couldn't find it, Anik. What you'll need to do is go to visit us. Go to make an appointment at the top of the page, and it'll go right there. And the classes are in March and April. And they are on the website. And if you go to the blog, the Streeter blog, it'll have a link. But if you go to make an appointment, it's right at the top of the page.
Yeah, we'd love to have you. So.
Yeah, we'd love to have you.
We're going to learn a lot about the beginner class. We're learning a lot about cutting glass.
Yeah.
And so don't be shy.
That's right. Someone asked the question, I don't know if you guys saw the piano window. Ed did finish it. They asked the question, could you frame that with hobby cane?
You could put hobby cane around it, but you're going to have to put it in wood. What I would suggest you do, you can't just, y'all, side lights that size, that window was 8 by 64, okay? It's a typical side light beside your front door. You cannot hang things like that. That window weighed about 23 pounds. That's a lot of weight. And no, you can't hang it from hobby cane. Windows that size, if you're not going to install them in an opening, they need to be put in a frame. Please don't try and put hangers on hobby cane or zinc and try and hang a window that size. You can't do it.
They're made for hobby.
It doesn't make any sense to do it. It's going to come apart and something's going to break, and then you have the liability of possibly someone getting hurt, which is worse.
And you guys, if you can't make the March and April classes, we will be having May and June and July and August classes as well. So don't feel like you might not get to take a class. Cause
You're going to get to take a if you'll drive to Conway and register for our class, you're going to get to take a class with Ed and Barb, and we're going to teach you everything that we possibly can about that class that you're taking on that weekend. So.
Melissa has a question.
Hey, Melissa.
She just purchased, and she is a new member.
Thank you, Melissa.
And I don't know if she's new, but she's pretty new. I just purchased a new glass cutter. Do I need to oil it?
You do, Melissa. What cutter did you purchase? But and then you just need just a few drops of oil. Tell me what cutter you purchased first, and I'll tell you how to load it with oil, hon. And thanks again. Thanks for joining.
Yeah. So we have a lot of members here tonight, and I just want to give a shout out and thank you to our members.
Yeah.
Thank you for supporting us. It really means a lot to us, and it enables us to
show up every Monday night.
Show up every Monday night and keep producing these videos, which we really enjoy doing, and we really enjoy meeting you guys, even if it's just virtually.
Virtually, yeah. So, but you know,
Barb, pencil cutter.
Oh, a Toyo pencil cutter. Okay, this is it right here. So yeah, so undo the top, and just put it probably came with a little eyedropper in your little box or little plastic thing. You want to put about that much oil in that little eyedropper. Not much at all. Take the top off.
You talking about that
Yeah,
much?
just a little tiny bit, a quarter of an inch of oil in your eyedropper. That's it, not much. And then put it down, put it in your cutter head, put the top back on, and then take your finger and just depress the cutter head up and down until the oil comes out on your fingertip. Then you'll know the wick is wet, and then make a few straight line scores and break them, and then make a few push pattern scores and break them. And that's all the oil you're going to need for a little while. Just remember, it's a new cutter, so you don't want to put a lot of pressure on it. Dial it in the way you like to cut, and you will just be happy as a lark, I promise.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
The main thing is, though, you only need enough oil in there to get that wick wet. And then when you depress the head, that releases the oil into the wick. And once you get that and you get oil on your fingertip, then you're good.
We also had a question come in that was asking about what kind of tabletop we use.
Well, we use a 3/4 inch thick, good one side plywood top, finished one side. And we make those tops to the size of the table. So, for instance, our cutting table in the back where we cut big glass is 6 foot by 8 foot. And then our work surfaces are, this one happens to be 42 by 60. And then my work surfaces in the stained glass room are all 3/4 inch plywood. My tilt table is 44 by 82, and then my other my light box is 48 by 60, and my other work table that doesn't tilt is 48 by 96. So 3/4 inch plywood is the way to go. It doesn't move around, and you can always resurface it with another layer of plywood.
Yeah, and that good side really makes the difference.
Just good one side.
One side needs to be good.
Plywood's expensive enough, but get good one side.
Yeah, and it'll last forever. I think our tables are.
Yeah, so
About how old they are.
Oh gosh, and how many holes they have in them?
Yeah, they got a lot of holes in them. Okay.
You can tell how old the table and how much stained glass you do by how many holes are in your table.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, thank you guys for coming out tonight. We really do appreciate it. If there are no more questions, we'd probably be headed out in a few minutes.
We
let you guys get back to work or get back to supper and your family. And,
yes.
Have
and
a nice
thank your
evening.
family for us for allowing you to watch us on TV tonight. So we appreciate everything. Magali, thanks for tuning in.
Thank you, members.
Thank you, members.
Subscribers. Thank you, viewers. Thanks for the viewer showcase.
Yeah, and don't forget, next month we'll have another viewer showcase. So get your work in line, shoot it to us, and Barb will get it online for you and share it with all of our viewers. Y'all, thank you again from the studios here at Conway Glass for the ARTyRV channel. I'm Ed.
And I'm Barb.
And we're the